Welcome to the Red Story, and just subscribe so I understand that everything is not in vain. Make some tea or coffee and listen to our new story. 15 years together. They say time can change everything, and maybe they're right. After 15 years of marriage and 3 kids, Alex and Stella knew one thing for sure. They were tired. Tired from sleepless nights with newborns, tired from juggling jobs and schedules, and tired from each other without meaning to be. Yet their life in a quiet suburban neighborhood in Austin, Texas seemed normal enough, at least on the surface. They met at a concert when they were both just 18, high on life and perhaps a bit too much beer, while dancing to a trendy rock band. They fell in love fast and never looked back. But as the years passed, work and family obligations piled up until there was barely any room for spontaneity. Now at 33, with 3 kids, Emma, 10, Jacob, 5, and Mia, 2, they felt like they'd forgotten how to be carefree. The conversation. One morning, while Alex sipped his coffee at the kitchen table, Stella approached him with a serious expression. Stella, quietly. We haven't really seen or done anything for 10 years, Alex. We haven't been on vacation since Emma was a baby. I feel stuck. Alex blinked, taken back. It was true. Every year, Stella had been pregnant or caring for a newborn. It was the life she wanted. She loved being a mom, but she was also right. They had no time or energy for themselves. Alex shrugging. Yeah, that's accurate. But you were the one who wanted 3 kids. I just followed your lead. Stella, with a sigh. I know, and I don't regret it. But now I think we need a break. I want us to go on vacation, like a real one. A week or 2 away from the routines. Away from the kids. Alex nodded in excitement. Alex, you know what? That's a great idea. Let's do it. Let's leave the kids with your mom and just go somewhere. Anywhere. But Stella looked down at her mug and then back up at Alex with an unwavering gaze. Stella, I'm thinking we should do separate vacations. I'll go somewhere with my friend Julia, and you can go somewhere with your friend Mike. Just, in different places. For a moment, Alex thought it was a joke, so he laughed. But Stella wasn't smiling. Alex, wait, you're serious? Stella, yeah. Couples do this sometimes. I mean, not often, but it happens. We need space, Alex. We need time to remember who we are without juggling diapers and dinner and homework. Alex felt his heart rate rise. Sure, some couples did separate vacations, but usually they were already halfway to a divorce, right? Stella, reading his worried look, it's not meant to tear us apart. It's just, I want to travel without the pressure of being a good wife for once. I want to be Stella, just Stella. Alex squinted at her suspiciously. Alex, are you sure this isn't some weird way of telling you something else? Like you want out of this marriage? Stella, I'm not looking for a divorce. I'm looking for space, just for a little while. Alex said he'd think about it, and Stella accepted that. But the idea bounced around in his head all day. Asterisk, why does she need time away from me? What does she plan to do on that trip? The decision. When Alex called his friend Mike, recently divorced and free as a bird, Mike was surprisingly enthusiastic. Mike, on the phone. Hawaii or Cuba? Man, I say Hawaii. Cuba's interesting, but I want beaches, surf, all that classic stuff. Alex, exhaling. Okay, Hawaii sounds good. I'll book tickets. But, I'll be going without Stella, right? Mike's tone shifted. Mike, wait, separate trips? You sure that's a good idea, man? This could be the end of your marriage. Alex, Stella says she just wants time away with her friend. No cheating or anything. She swears it's just an escape from motherhood. She told me to trust my own conscience while I'm gone. Mike made a doubtful noise. Mike, dude, your wife's going away with a girlfriend, and she's letting you go with me. She might be meeting someone else over there, or she's tired of your relationship. All I'm saying is, watch out. Alex swallowed hard. A part of him feared Mike might be right, but another part, maybe the exhausted, worn-down part, wanted to let go of responsibility for a bit. I deserve a break, right? He told himself. Eventually, Stella bought her tickets, leaving 2 days before Alex did. She and Julia were heading to Miami. Alex kissed her goodbye at the airport, noticing how radiant she looked in her summer dress and oversized sunglasses. Alex attempting a light tone. So, I should worry about you partying too hard on South Beach? Stella, rolling her eyes with a grin. I'm going to rest and relax, not cheat, I promise. Then her gaze turned serious. Stella, what you do on your trip is up to your conscience. Just don't forget who's waiting for you at home. They hugged briefly, and Stella disappeared through the security gate with Julia. Alex stood there, oddly conflicted. He hated the idea that she might be thinking about other men, and he also felt a rush of freedom at the thought of Hawaii with his friend. Maybe she's right. Maybe we do need this, he thought. The separate vacations. Stella in Miami. Stella and Julia arrived in Miami to scorching sun and an infectious Latin beat. They stayed in a modern high-rise near the beach, enjoying breezy balconies and chic pool parties. Stella felt younger and freer than she had in years. She texted Alex pictures of palm trees and late-night outings at restaurants. Stella, text. Julia and I just went salsa dancing. Almost forgot how to move like that. Alex, text. Careful, those Miami guys can be dangerous. Stella, text, laughing. Ha! One of them tried to buy me a drink. Told him I was happily married. They joked about these temptations, acknowledging them but not giving them any real power. Stella found it amusing how easily she could say no, realizing she still took her wedding vows seriously. Despite her frustration with Alex, she wasn't about to throw away 15 years. Yet, late at night, she lay awake staring at the hotel's ceiling, wondering if the man she married was slipping away, or maybe it was she who was drifting. The tension she felt was a quiet sense of what am I even doing here? Alex in Hawaii. Meanwhile, Alex arrived in Honolulu with Mike. The turquoise waves and the laid-back island vibe, hidden like a cool breeze. They stayed in a beachside hotel where the smell of plumeria and sunscreen welcomed them every morning. Mike, divorced and carefree, wanted to hop from bar to bar, meet random people, and dance until dawn. Alex, on the other hand, felt torn. Mike, sipping a cocktail. This is paradise, man. Just enjoy it. Look at that group of ladies over there. They're waving at us. Want to go talk to them? Alex, I'm just here relaxed, maybe do some surfing. Not exactly looking to pick anyone up. Even so, the occasional flirty conversation did happen, like with the surfer girl who offered Alex a lesson. He texted Stella about it, half as a joke, half to test her reaction. Alex text. So I'm at a surf instructor. She's giving me private lessons tomorrow. Stella, text. Oh, really? Don't let her drown you. They shared a good laugh about these mini adventures, each teasing the other. Still, Alex felt a gnawing sense of guilt even though he wasn't doing anything overtly wrong. He realized how much he missed Stella's presence. One evening, a woman in a luau made a direct pass at Alex. He politely declined, and afterward he found himself sitting on the beach staring at the ocean. How did people cheat? The mere thought of betraying Stella sickened him. Yet the tension remained, some lingering question about whether they were drifting apart. Missing each other, over time, their text messages changed from teasing about temptations to more genuine longing. Stella, voice note. I miss you more than I thought I would. Julia's great, but I want to hear your sarcasm, your jokes. I don't know, I miss us. Alex, voice note reply. I miss you too. Hawaii is amazing, but sometimes I wish you were here to see this sunset. Maybe next time we should come together, or at least do a couple's trip. Ironically, the separate vacation was working. For the first time in years, they remembered who they were as individuals, and that made them miss who they had been as a couple. Return home. Stella arrived back in Austin 2 days before Alex, catching up with the kids at her mom's house. When Alex finally returned, they decided to leave the children one more night with Grandma, just so they could have the house to themselves. As soon as Alex walked through the front door, Stella practically ran into his arms. Stella, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually glad you're home. Alex, laughing. I thought you wanted a break from me. Stella, with tears in her eyes, I did. And I'm glad I had it, but I want you too. They kissed with an intensity that took them both by surprise. Adrenaline, relief, and excitement pulsed through them. Stella tugged Alex's suitcase away, leaving him straight upstairs. Months, maybe years, of pent-up energy ignited as they undressed. It was like discovering each other for the first time. They were older, maybe a little wrinkled from stress and sun, but passion overshadowed every imperfection. Stella, breathless. I feel like we're teenagers again. Alex, smiling softly. Maybe that's because we finally stopped being so tired. They made love fervently, letting all their worries melt away. For that moment, it was just the two of them. No responsibilities, no fights, no guilt. The aftermath. Late that night, wrapped in sheets, they talked. They admitted they had both felt temptation at times. They confessed each had fleeting thoughts that this separate vacation could lead to divorce if things went badly. But it hadn't gone badly. In fact, it had reminded them why they said, I do, in the first place. Alex, so separate vacations, did it help or did it nearly ruin us? Stella, thinking, both. It was risky. A part of me thought, what if you found someone else? But I also found a sense of freedom that reminded me who I am. And I guess you did too. Alex, or still us though, just more, awake. They agreed they might continue taking separate vacations once in a while and also plan some romantic getaways together. That delicate balance between freedom and closeness felt right for them now. Stella, so, we have enough sense not to cheat on each other, don't we? Alex, I'd say we do. But next time, let's keep an open line of communication if something feels off. Stella, deal. The tension was still there, but it no longer felt like an insurmountable wall. It felt like a challenge they could face together and apart. A psychologist's perspective. According to Dr. Natalie Roberts, a marriage counselor based in San Francisco, couples who take separate vacations can either strengthen or weaken their bond depending on the underlying reasons and the level of trust. Dr. Roberts, it's a high risk, high reward scenario. If there's a strong foundation of trust, separate vacations can help each partner reconnect with their individual identity, which can boost the relationship. However, if underlying issues of secrecy or resentment exist, this can exacerbate those problems and potentially lead to divorce. She emphasizes that Alex and Stella's open, honest communication throughout their trips and their willingness to share flirtatious encounters was crucial. It allowed them to acknowledge their temptations safely. The result in their case was a renewed sense of appreciation for each other. Dr. Roberts, people often think that once you're married, you have to do everything together. But space can be healthy, provided it's not used to hide secrets. Alex and Stella appear to have navigated that line carefully. Their story is a reminder that marriage can adapt and evolve as long as both partners respect and trust one another. Ultimately, Alex and Stella's experience shows that the real key is communication, mutual respect, and the understanding that time apart can sometimes bring you closer together so long as you remember who you're coming home to.